watch and burn.
Hey everybody. So I'm just wondering, why did Vito not want to get into the drug trade in The Godfather? Why was he so resistant to this idea? Because I gotta say, I'm kind of with Sollozzo on that. Like, drugs are the future. Drugs were the future, drugs are the future now. And I just never understood Vito's apprehension concerning getting into drugs. I know that it initially would have had something to do with losing some of his political clout because some of his fellow politicians, I mean, not his fellow politicians, Jesus, some of his politician friends, they would have frowned on the idea of drugs as well, and that could have cost him some of his political power. But the thing is, as everybody knows, drugs are the future. And all the families inevitably did get into the idea of dealing drugs. So I'm just wondering, what was Vito's big problem with moving into the drug trade? I mean, Sonny wanted to do it. Sollozzo wanted him to do it. It seemed like everybody around Vito was cool with the idea of the Corleones getting into the drug trade, except for Vito. And I've just always wondered, like, specifically why. What were his reasons? Like, maybe his generation was just against it or some shit. He just sees all drugs as being bad because he came up through, like, you know, the 20s and the 30s or whatever. I don't know. I never understood why he would say no to drugs, because in my eyes, like, if he could get in on the drug trade early enough, he could monopolize the drug trade, and that would make the Corleones even more powerful than they already were. So I really don't know. I mean, it's just one of those questions where you find yourself asking this over and over again. I've talked to so many people about this one throughout the course of my life as to whether or not, like, some people said he didn't want to get into it because he was afraid of, like, the blowback that it would cause with his political friends. Like, maybe they would start, like, kicking down his doors and whatnot and sort of raiding his places because they were so completely against the use of drugs in America. Other people said that maybe it was his age, maybe he was just out of touch. I have no idea. What do you guys think? Why do you think Vito Corleone didn't want to get into the drug trade in The Godfather? I'm getting out of here. You guys are amazing. Have a great night.